Good morning and welcome to the Sunday Sunshine Show. This video is just a bit of a fun one really. We came up with the idea of what would we take to a desert island. So we've all come up with 5 different things. Mine, you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit. So as usual, this video is in collaboration with Tina from Tina's Talk Time, Maria from Maria Crocker, and Karen from Geordie Grandma. I will link their channels below in my description box. So after watching this video, please go over and see what they're going to take to their desert island. Now I think I have to set the scene for my desert island, because you're probably going to wonder, where is this stuff coming from, Marie, that you want on your island? So the only thing that I could think of was if I was on a cruise ship and it collided with a cargo tanker, you know, those ones that carry the big metal boxes, and if I was the only survivor and I ended up on the desert island and one of those cargo tankers washed up onto my island. Look, my island, I've already claimed it as mine. My first item that I would find in my cargo tanker would be a garden shed, because I want somewhere nice to stay and I'd make it my little home. Now I'm going to assume that in this wreckage of the 2 ships colliding, there are going to be shards of metal and just like bits and bobs that you would find in a normal wreckage, that I would make and DIY my hammer and my knife and saw, all those kind of things, so I could make my bed. I would make some blinds out of some palm fronds and I'd weave them together, and I'd paint the front door lilac. I'd find some berries and I'd crush them up and I'd paint the front door, and I'd also want a welcome sign just in case someone stops by for a visit. And I think my address would be number 1 Sandy Cove. Next in my cargo tanker, I would find, and I don't know if this thing actually exists, but a solar panelled golf cart, because I want to explore my island. I want to go see what I can find, see if there are any natives around. Now the reason I come up with that idea was because I went to Catalina Island a few years ago, and that's about, actually I don't know how far it is, but I would imagine about 20 miles off the coast of Long Beach, California. And when you get there, you actually feel like you're in a different country. It's like a tropical island, and you can rent golf carts and you can drive all around this island, and they have native they're kind of like buffaloes, which I just thought it was the strangest thing. Why would you find those so close to LA? But anyhow, it's a really lovely island. It's a great day trip to do if you're in the LA area. And when we went across on the ferry, the dolphins followed us the entire journey. It was absolutely fantastic. And when we was waiting to catch the ferry to go back, there was, what was it? It was there was a flying fish going around the little yacht area, and a seal was chasing it around, and the seal flew up onto the decking, and it actually was really fun to watch. Anywho, if I've got some pictures of Catalina, I'll insert them, because it really is a lovely place to go to. Anyway, that's where I got my golf cart idea. I want to go and explore my island. The next item I find in my cargo ship is a paddling pool. I know I'm at the beach, however, when I learnt that most shark attacks happen within the first 30 feet of the beach, that put me right off going in the sea. Yeah, and apparently they attack more so after a rainstorm too. So yeah, that's not a bit of me. And if I'm on the beach and I can see the sea, I would really want to just relax in the water. So I thought a paddling pool would be perfect, just to sit and relax and chill on my sunny days. So my next item that I would find in my storage container would be a tiki bar. I mean, there's no point in being on a desert island if you can't have a bar, right? A nice little margarita or pina colada, and I would set that up. I'd find a couple of little palm trees and I set that bar up underneath. I actually feel like I'm changing my desert island into a resort, a little mini resort. I could turn my shed into an Airbnb, couldn't I? So on those long summer afternoons, I can lay in my paddling pool, have my little margarita, and listen to the sound of the waves hitting the beach. I mean, I don't really want rescuing, do I? Now, my last item, we are going to have to use some imagination because it would be a cell phone. I don't know too many people that can't live without a cell phone anymore. Where was I? Where was I? I think I was at work. I can't remember now, but I remember we didn't have our cell phones, and I must have tried to reach for my cell phone at least 4 times. I remember having a conversation with someone. I said, oh, I'll just look it up. And I was like, no, I don't have my cell phone, do I? So we're going to have to use our imagination, pretend that I can get cell phone reception. I mean, I'd want some music for my tiki bar, wouldn't I? So I could use my cell phone for that. And I also watched a really good DIY on TikTok where you can take your cell phone and get a bottle and you place your cell phone here, put the bottle in front and play a movie on your cell phone, and it can project up against the wall. So I could have outdoor movies on my shed, couldn't I? If I paint my shed white, what could I use to paint my shed? If I found some chalky stone, then I could crush it up and I could wet it down, paint my shed white on one wall, and that could be my screen for my projector. So I've got a really nice little setup. I've got my shed, got my paddling pool, got my golf cart, my tiki bar, and my cell phone. And I actually wouldn't call anyone. I'd probably send a few texts just to let them know that I'm okay. But yeah. So if you want to look me up, I'm at #1 Sandy Cove, and I probably am going to be in the middle of the Pacific somewhere. I hope you enjoyed this fun video. I'm really interested to see what Tina, Maria and Karen's going to take to their islands. What would you take? What is your #1 item? In fact, I'm going to ask my husband tonight what he would take. Thanks so much for watching, and I also haven't forgotten to do my video what's in my bag, so that's coming up shortly. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye.